What's up? What's up? Can you hear me? I can't hear you. Hold on.
Hmm.
I can hear you now.
Okay, I was like, what? Yeah, I couldn't
How
hear
do
you
I
for a
pronounce
minute.
your name?
What'd you say?
How do I pronounce your name?
Talia.
Talia?
Talia. I'm being hotspot right
Talia.
now, so my Wi-Fi might be ass.
You're good.
Yeah.
You're good. Don't worry about it. You
Yep.
found a deal in Jersey?
Yeah, New Jersey, and like he wants to sign for 367, but I just think that's
367, you said?
yeah 367.
367 and ARV was around 530, 550, you said?
I looked at yeah I looked at two comp like square footage, and it sold for like 545, 550. They're just not like the exact same type of house, you know. And then he said he bought it off auction. He was Indian. I could not bear like heavy accent Indian, like
Okay.
very thick. I could not understand them. But he said that he bought it off auction and he has not walked through it, but it's good. He said it's good. It's good. So I was like, okay. I
What
kept
does that even
asking him.
mean? You know,
I don't know. That's
tell
what I said. I said
I'll
it. What
tell
about
him.
the
What does
house?
good mean?
Yeah,
Does
I
good
told him
mean
that.
broke? Did you give him examples?
Yeah, I said, I mean, what about the I was just asking him about the big ticket items, and he was just like, everything is good. It's not, if you want to buy it and flip it, that would work. And he said I'll do three. He went from 410 to 367, and his good is livable. He said you could live in it.
I see. Okay. Does he know about like when the roof was been, you know, replaced or
He
does it
said he
need what kind of lifespan is left on it or anything? Or he's not really aware.
yeah, he like I asked him everything. I went through the whole MCTP. That's what I go by, and he was just like everything. He just kept telling me I bought it through auction. I do all my properties. I haven't checked it out, but I know it's livable and good. It's good. You can live in it.
Understand. So he
So I
might be
was,
a lot off. Um,
yeah.
it's 70% of value and less, but what about all the costs, right? We need to take in consideration of how much it's going to cost to rehab the place, how much it's going to cost for the holding cost alone in that place, and then also closing costs as well. So we're nowhere near the number that we need to be at. Most of the times when these people buy at auction, they want to just resell. They're basically looking to double close and wholesale, just like us. Except we're just doing it through the contract. With auction, you can't do that. You have to buy cash completely, and then you can sell it. So that's what most of these guys do, right? Most of the times with guys that bought already, he's probably an investor. That's why he already knows something like this,
Yeah.
right? And he's trying to make a quick buck.
Yeah.
So it's not the best to just sit there and try to naggle the price with him back and forth. See if you look at 70% of value at 540. We're looking at like a 378 price. You go ahead and take off like 100 grand worth of rehab. How much do you think? Have you seen pictures or anything?
No, there's only two pictures, and it's on my computer. There's no.
Okay. Whenever they say good, whatever, and they don't want to go ahead and agree with letting you know more info about the property, 9 times out of 10, this guy doesn't know himself. That's why he's just saying it's good, it's good. You want to just see if he could at least send you over some pictures and go from there. Because then you can at least estimate the value of the rehab, right? But right now, well, let's just say it's 80 grand for hypothetical reasons. All right, 80 grand, and let's say a holding cost is another like 15. We're looking at 283 MAO.
Okay.
You know,
Yeah,
so try to see if you'd
I
come
just
down
said to
to
him.
anywhere close to that area. If he is, then we'd probably be looking at something. Even if we can make like 5, 10 grand on it, there's something there. Um,
Yeah.
but anything over that, it's not really nothing really strong. Send me all the
Yeah,
details.
I just texted him about the pictures like literally 5 minutes ago. Do you have any
Okay.
pictures?
Okay.
So hopefully he does.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
No, that's awesome. How'd you get this one? So everyone can also learn as well as I post this thing up on the Zoom links.
Facebook. I just went to Facebook. I was in Pennsylvania, and then you said you buy in New Jersey, which is right by Pennsylvania. So I was like, okay,
Yeah.
let me just start going. Let me just start going through there, and then I went through Facebook, and I texted him. Then he responded with his number, and then I just called him, and we talked, and he was pretty cool. But I originally offered him 290. That's where I was at.
290. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
and
You were around the
then like
ballpark.
he yeah, and he just was like, no, 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 367. And I'm just like, okay, let me see if it works. And I was thinking it wasn't working. That's why I was like, I think that's too high. It's way
Yeah.
too high.
Right. So I mean, I always try to go lower. So let's say if our MAO is at 280, for example, I'll go start off with like 200. I know it's far fetched
Okay.
off, but if the motivation is there, then he's gonna agree to do something with you and still gonna stay on the phone. As long as he still stays on the phone and does not hang up, you know clearly that there is some valid motivation there for him to stay on the phone. Does that make sense? So
Okay.
let's say if I'm gonna offer
Yeah.
him like, if I need to be in at 260, 270, I'm gonna go way, way, way lower than that just to start it off. If he
Yep.
immediately starts cursing or anything like that, I don't even start. Like I don't even go down the line because I know he's not that motivated. Right? There's not really a big enough problem for
Yeah.
me to solve here
Oh yeah.
that's gonna justify anything, right? So I always do that. And then another thing, I don't like to go ahead and do like the RJ Bates model where you go ahead and just get the lead and you close on the same day. Like I never, ever, ever do that. I have like 6 leads right now, just pending for me to reply back to, as far as price goes. So I let them know like, hey, look, I have a lot of lead flow, but even when you don't, whenever you're like, in the scarcity, like people can tell, that you're like money hungry. So I let them know like, look, this is a very important decision. We're gonna have to go ahead and underwrite all the information I'm collecting, and I like to play good cop, bad cop. I try to be on their good side, and with that, like I've worked in a
Yeah.
car dealership, so I do the same exact model that I would work in a car dealership to here. Whenever I was in the car dealership
Okay.
and I needed to go ahead and basically take in a trade in and sell a car, I wouldn't make all these decisions on my own. There was a finance manager behind the scenes, right? So I'd go grab all the information and I would be on their side, right? I would fight for them to get the best pricing that they
Okay.
can possibly get on that car, right? So I would
Yeah.
grab all the information I can. So in this case scenario, all the information as far as the condition of the property, the timeline, right? The situation and what problems they're facing. That way we can actually have some sort of solutions other than just money. Because with this, you don't want to hassle and naggle with them on the money. If you're gonna try to negotiate on money, it's never ever gonna work because we're not in the
Okay.
best price industry. We're not realtors, right? And we're not gonna put this thing on market. What we will do is we will beat everybody else on speed, convenience, and solve any sort of issues or problems that they have within that situation that they're trying to sell, right? So right now, for
Okay.
example, I'm dealing with a lead in Pennsylvania, right? It's in the Poconos Mountain. Great, great location. We're most likely going to end up putting it under contract tomorrow and then sell it to a person that does Airbnb that I know. The thing with this whole situation, she tried to sell it. She tried to sell it with a realtor and she's coming down $100,000 in her price with me just because I'm able to actually problem solve, unlike the realtors. See, the realtors, their only solution is to throw it on market and they just focus on price, right? And then as she reached out to me, she basically straight up told me all these people, they're nagging me, giving me headaches, going through my property. They're telling me they want to come in at 4 o'clock, they come in at 6, blah, blah, blah. And she just wants speed, she wants convenience, and she wants someone to help her move. These people that were dealing with her
Okay.
were not able to extract that information out of her. And because of that, they lost the sale. And because of my ability to go ahead and understand what she actually needs is why I'm going to be able to wholesale that one, right? So whether like you're wholesaling it or you're
Okay.
keeping it or fixing or flipping, whatever you're doing, you're going to need to know this. Like, this is the most important thing in any sort of acquisition. If you don't understand your prospect and what their needs are, you won't be able to fulfill them, right? And also, if their needs don't match your solution based business, then they're also not a good lead for you. So if you can't vet these people out, then you just don't know if they're even a good lead or not. And if they are a good lead, you know, you're just wasted it. You don't even know how to even close them, right?
Yeah.
So at least like with this one that you got, for example, you know that they came from an auction, right? So automatically you got to try to put yourself in their shoes, right?
Yeah.
Automatically, no matter whoever it is, you just put yourself in the prospect's shoes and you go. That's why I said, oh, he's probably an investor, right?
Yep.
I went through these situations, but now instead of guessing, I try to just put myself in their shoes. Oh, okay. You went to an auction for an investment. Why are you selling it if it's such a good investment, right? That's one, the
Yeah.
first question that went through my head. Oh, second question, you went to an auction? Not a lot of people know about auctions or even know how to work them. So that means that you're
Yeah.
most
He
likely
has
an investor.
a couple pieces of land. I don't know if
Mhm.
you mess with land. He has some land he wants to send over to me, so I don't know if you do that. I've never looked into wholesaling land. So I
You
don't
can
know if
wholesale
you
anything.
would want me to
You
send
can
that
wholesale land.
over.
That's fine. I can help you out with it. And we can go on live and show everybody else as well. So with land, it's pretty simple. There's a lot
Yeah.
less competition because a lot less people know how to do land. So if you're going to go after land, it's a really nice niche
Yeah.
that you can go after because a lot less competition. And two, you can make big spreads on some of these places because most of these people, they inherit this land and they have no idea what it's worth, nor do they care. Like, for example, let's say someone in your family owned like 100 acres of land. They passed away, and now it's all on you. All that land goes to you now. Let's say just all that land, um, every year, the taxes on that is 20 grand, for example, and you work at McDonald's. There's no way you're going to be able to afford living and then paying taxes on all that property. You're going to need to sell it immediately. And if you're in that situation, you're just going to want cash. Like, you're going to be like, I got inherited land. I don't want land. What am I going to do with this? You know? So these people just want to
Yeah.
get rid of it quick. And even if you offer them $300,000-$400,000 less, they'll take it. You know, I have a buddy of mine. He made $700,000 wholesaling a massive chunk of land to a hedge fund. So you can do some big numbers with land as long as like you're selling it in volume and a big parcel of it,
Yeah.
right? So it's were you confused on comping it? Where did you need help?
No, not copying. It was just like I knew it was low or he was too high, but I was just wondering, like, because I was originally 890, and and he said, "Let me just go look." And I knew we were hopping on a call today, so I was like, "Let me just ask," because originally I probably would have been like, "Oh, like no," you know what I mean? But I forgot we were hopping on a call, and I was just like, "Let me see." So
Yeah,
that's it.
yeah. So here's like the
It
basic
wasn't gonna
way.
go really nowhere.
I see. I mean, for the future, this is how you basically comp the land. Let's say if you find another comp in the area that's 10 acres and it's going for 100
Yeah.
grand, and yours is 6 acres, then you know it's worth 60 grand because you just divide the other land that you have that's 10 acres that's going for 100, and that's $10,000 an acre, right?
Yeah.
So then you just apply it to yours.
Okay.
It's just very, very hard to comp it. So it's going to take you a lot longer because there's not that many comps available. Right. So that's
Yeah.
the only thing. It's just harder to comp land. But if you can get a nice deal on land, it's awesome. It's gonna take even longer of a time for you to sell it too. Because there's not too many people that are developing, right? But those people that are developing, believe me, when they see your deal, they're gonna be all over it. They're gonna be all over it because there's a lot of
Okay.
money to be made with development. And if your assignment fee is like
How
40
did you
grand,
say
50 grand,
it again?
what?
How did you say the comp land again? I'm gonna write that down just so when he sends it, I could try.
Sure. So you go ahead and you take a look at any other comps that are in the area, right? Any other land that has sold in the area, and you look at how big that piece of land that sold was. You take that square footage or acre amount, and you go ahead and just see how much it was price per square foot or price per acre. So you divide it by the purchase price of the other one. And then you take your subject property and you multiply it by whatever size it is from that, price per acre or price per square foot that you got. I'm gonna this is all recorded, so I'm gonna put it back on in the school. So if you ever have to go through this again, you can always go through it.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm gonna have to go through it again.
No, you're good. You're good. But share, what marketing stream did you use? I know this, but just say it so everyone else knows it as well. So we all grow together. How long did it take you to nurture it? And what stage are you in at right now?
Wait, hold on. Ask that question again. Something popped up on my computer. What'd you say?
No, you're good. So what marketing campaign did you use?
Zillow.
You used Zillow? So
yeah.
Was this off market, on market? What was this?
This was an off market property on I found this on Facebook. And then I looked it up on Zillow and I used that to run my comps. But I found it on Marketplace. That's where I found it. It's off market.
So it is off market, but it was on Facebook. That's awesome, bro. I have a buddy of mine that's killing it just from Facebook Marketplace. Basically, what they do is they go on, what is it called? I'm going blank here. It's they're groups for when estate sales. There it is. So there's estate sale groups that you can actually go on to, and people are literally selling all their crap from estate sales, from people dying, right? Like their grandparents probably died. They're selling all the stuff in their house. You just hit them up immediately and be like, hey, I'd love to be able to possibly purchase the property that you guys are moving all the stuff out of to sell for the estate, sale, right? So I always reach out to them.
You can go on state sales on Facebook.
They have groups.
Okay, I follow a lot of groups, but I've never came across.
So search it up.
Search it up. Facebook. Hey, so I just looked up estate sale.
Yeah. Okay. Search up estate sale groups, and you join all those. And then anytime there's a new estate sale, you reach out to them immediately, ASAP, like clockwork. Because there's other wholesalers that are doing this too, right? So beat them to that, and you will get slam dunk deals. You're gonna make like minimum 15 to 20 grand per those deals. Fantastic deals. If you get any of those in Jersey, I'll buy them myself. And if anything, like we'll partner up on that. I could pay you some in the front and then even partner up with you on the back end. So that way, like we could coach whoever does like a deal with me. I'll coach you guys through a fix and flip. Like whatever, I've done a little bit of it all. So we can just record everything and just showcase everything.
Some Section 8. Yeah, I want to, after wholesaling, I want to dump money into like Section 8. But yeah.
For sure. Yeah. You told me that last time. I have one that I inherited from a landlord. Okay, give me a sec.
My
question is, how and from which app can I find the wholesale? I don't have any idea about real estate sales data deals groups. So I would go through the wholesale course, so you get an idea about wholesaling A to Z. So at least like you get an idea of like how we're talking about these deals and what we're discussing. Go through the vocab and go through the wholesale course, do the entire thing. And you can also like unmute yourself. You can talk to me live right now. And whatever you might be confused about, just ask me.
So I don't
So,
know which app I can start to finding the property, the wholesale property.
okay. So as far as apps go, what marketing stream were you interested in? Like, where did you want to cold call or cold text, email? What did you want to do?
Or email.
Email? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So it gets a little complicated with email, but what you can do is you can use PropStream. There's
Prop
Batch
stream.
Leads, there's
Uh-huh.
PropWire, there's all this different, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
there's different data providers.
Uh-huh.
They'll make your life easier because you can always
Oh.
go to the county to pull records, but it's
Mm-hmm.
very, very difficult because the county, so it's called the Daniels Law. In
Oh.
at least for New Jersey, they are allowed, they are legally, um, they're obligated to give you all the public records that they have on file,
Mm-hmm.
and they must give it to you. But you need to know
Oh.
your laws, and you need to know what you're talking about, or they're just gonna tell you, oh no, we can't do this. Go right because they
Mm-hmm.
don't want to do extra work. They're not getting paid more to do it for you. So they're to them it's a waste of time. They have to take all the records, give it to
Mm-hmm.
you, print it or whatever. Also to do Oprah sales, Oprah
Mm-hmm.
requests that you can fill out on whichever county website that you're looking at, and you
Mm-hmm.
can submit it to them, and they will
Oh.
give you back, whatever you request for. But you with that, you have to be very very detail oriented. So if you want properties that are on the code violations list, you have to tell them, hey, I want properties that are on the code violations list for the month of January 2025.
Mm-hmm.
Please put them in alphabetical order if you guys can, or whatever, however you want to just put it.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can take that list, you can scrub it,
Mm-hmm.
and then you could skip trace it on PropStream. I have a friend that made a skip tracing service. It's called Titan Skip. So I use that. It's very, very, very cheap on there. It's
Oh.
with like 60, 50, $60. I can skip trace like 10,000 records, no problem.
Mm-hmm.
And even have more left over, right? Because PropStream, they charge like 12 cents a lead. So if
Mm-hmm.
you have a ton of leads, it racks up really quick. And then you could take all that data, and you can either cold text, cold call, or cold
Mm-hmm.
email these prospects. You can do it one by one, but it will take forever. And what most people do in the industry is they blast them out using different softwares. I like Go High
Oh.
Level, so that's what I use for all my leads and my data. But I no longer blast anybody.
Mm-hmm.
Cold call and cold text, the regulations are going through the roof. Just today, I saw a video on Instagram of a wholesaler getting sued for multi-millions for a lawsuit over cold calling, and he had multiple lawsuits, and he settled for $500,000. It's just not worth it. Like when I was starting out, I was cold calling, I was texting all the time, like mass marketing. Like me and my guys, we were doing 3 to 6 thousand calls a day. And so we were able to pull off some decent amount of lead flow and deal volume that way. But I got kicked off of my data provider, no, my cellular providers. So just like for Verizon or AT&T, they have their own providers, but for softwares like this, you need to go through some platforms. Mine I went through was Twilio, and they
Mm-hmm.
banned me like 3 times because we were going crazy, and all the cellular companies are coming up with these new laws to stop all this stuff because a lot of people like we're providing a legitimate service, but there's a lot of scammers that are cold calling, right? They want to steal money from everyone,
So we can't
so
cold
they
call
want to crack
this.
this stuff down.
We can't cold call.
Technically, you're not allowed to.
Okay.
You're not allowed to. So look, let's say for example, you cold called me, but I never signed up to receive your phone call. I can go and sue you, right? So that's how it works. However, if you're gonna do this, literally one by one, you're not gonna be able to just get sued like that. It's too small. Like this is kind of like playing the lottery. If you just play the lottery like 7 days a week, every single day, what are the chances of you winning big and striking $1 billion or something? Very, very, very small, right? But what if you have the
Mm-hmm.
lottery and you're going out and buying 500,000 tickets every single day? Your chances of winning are so high now, right? So same thing with this. If you're making
Mm-hmm.
100 phone calls every day, you're not about to go like run into a litigator and get sued. But if you're going like me and making thousands of phone calls every day, your chances of getting sued are like so high up there, especially with text messaging, because just with the click of a button, you can go ahead and send out 1,000 text messages, right?
Yeah, I heard January
And
17th they're banning anything to do with AI text blasting.
yeah, they're cracking down on all that
Yeah.
stuff. Only thing that will stay and last is either you're going to do mailers, emails. There's no regulations after right now. Only thing is you need to have unsubscribe at the bottom or top somewhere, so that
Yeah.
people can unsubscribe from your email.
Okay.
And ads, billboards, stuff like that, because people will sign up to receive your like. You could buy leads, like we generate our own leads plus we buy them. So all the people, this is why I don't need to blast anymore, because I made it to the level where I can spend a lot of money on advertisements and marketing. So now people sign up to get a phone call from me, and my system will follow up with them until they book a call to speak to me, right? And then slow on my
Yeah.
CRM, it's gonna say, hey, my calendar, Monday I had 5 appointments. Today I think it was 3 appointments and one no showed. So I had 2 appointments. So it's like that. The appointments are set up. I call them, and those leads they're worth a lot of money. Some of these lead providers, they're charging $200 to $700 per lead, right? But they know exactly how much these wholesalers are going to make,
Okay.
so it's justified for you. Like, let's say if it was $100 a lead, and you spend on 20 leads, it's $2,000, and you make one deal out of it, and you make 20,000, 2,000 spent, 20 made. That's really great. So that's it's kind of like give and take. As you make more money, you're not going to want to do all this nonsense of cold calling and all that stuff. It works. You can make large spreads of money, but it's just not worth it. It's not worth you losing or risking so much over, right? Sorry, guys.
Yep.
We had to take my dog to the vet. I had to come outside in the car.
No.
But yeah, so, and look, in the beginning, for example, you set up a company for cold call, right? And say something were to happen, anything like you got sued or something, but you don't have much to lose, right? Like when I first started, I probably had like $20,000 in savings, and I ran out of everything. By month 7, when I got my first deal, I was into like $15,000 worth of debt, just from living costs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So even if I got sued, nothing was gonna happen. What were they gonna get from me? Like, look, go ahead, sue me for much as you want. Go after me with all your attorneys. You're not going to get anything from me because I don't have anything to give you, right? So the worst you could do is go through bankruptcy, and it's over. I'm not going to give legal advice from that. You talk to an attorney or a CPA, but think of it
Yeah.
that way, right? If you have nothing to lose, why be scared? So that's why I was just all in. I didn't really care. Um, but as soon as I started making some real money and want consistency, because cold call can be consistent if you have a lot of marketing spend. Because let's say if you hire people, each person you hire is going to be anywhere between $1,100 to $1,500 per month to hire, right? Even if they're virtual. If you have like 4 of them cold calling every single day, now you're putting up some real numbers, and they'll give you lead flow. So you have at least 1 to 2 leads per person coming to you. So now you have some like traction, you can get consistency. But with yourself, how consistent are you gonna get with yourself, right? A deal is gonna come 1 month, and then no deal for 2 months, and then a deal comes again, and then no deal next month, and then a deal comes again, and then next deal you get 2 deals that month, and then nothing for 3 months. I've went through that, and it's like the worst thing ever, bro. Even if you make 10 grand or 15 grand in a deal, it's gonna run out. you know.
Yeah.
So you want consistency. You want consistency so that way you have some money left over to save because you're not worried, oh, okay, what am I gonna do next month? Is money gonna come in? No. I know for my business that money is gonna come in next month. Like my so every time I go ahead and swing the bat, I usually get a home run, usually 15 swings. So I know if I'm getting 30 leads a month, then I should get at least 1 to 2 deals. Make sense?
Yeah. Well, right
Right?
now I'm starting with
But if
nothing.
I'm just cold
My
calling
question
myself,
would be like, right now I'm
what'd you
starting
say?
with nothing. So I can't really put in so much money like you're saying, but like I think the first second deal would go
Right.
right back into what you're saying is so I can keep it coming. Yeah.
Yeah. Look, my first thing for you would be make a really nice deal. Make 10, 15, 20 grand. Take 20% of that for yourself. The rest of that is going to sound like super high leverage and high risk, whatever. F all those people. Like, this is what I did and I know it works. So that's why I'm going to say it. Take every little last
Yeah.
penny. I didn't even take any money for myself. I took every last penny and threw it back in the business. Right.
Yeah.
If you spend 3 months to get one deal from cold calling yourself, you should be able to take that money, throw it back into the business where you can start like buying your time back, right? If you
Yeah.
knew that it took you, let's say, for example, 20 hours for you to get 2 leads, okay, let's buy your time back, right? At the end of
Yeah.
the day, you're a wholesaler and you're a closer, right? Now you went through the gutters and like you went through the streets and the hustle
Yeah.
of getting that first deal. Now you know what's a garbage lead, what's a good lead, how I'm going to close them, what I'm not going to do to lose the lead. You're going to know what to ask them. Um, so now you have a skill of closing, right? Whether even if it was just luck that first time, you'll build it as you do more and more. So I would go ahead and do, okay, what did I do to get that lead? How can I hire someone else to do it? How can I buy my time back? Right? And then you
Would
can
you
go
help
ahead
with
and use
that?
your time.
Like setting that process
Sure, I
up?
can show you guys. I'll walk you guys through it. That's fine. Um, Whatever marketing, campaign that you want to go ahead and pursue. And I have people, because as of right now, even my go high level, I don't really know how it works all the way to a T. I hire other people to do all that stuff for me because my time is more valuable than me setting the software, right? My time is most valuable while I'm on the phone making deals happen, right? The only reason I even do this for you guys, like the first 50 people I put in for free, and then like I charge the $50 is just so like I'm not wasting my time with people that are just sitting here wasting my time. You know,
Yeah.
I'm not here
Yeah.
gonna get wealthy off of coaching you guys or something. This is because when I started, I was paying $10,000, $20,000 for courses, and I know there's someone out there that has the hustle and the drive, but they don't have the money to go ahead and pursue their dreams, right? So this is me
Yeah.
giving back. But as far as that goes, always like remember like what your time is actually worth. Right now you don't have that much money, but you have more time, right? So you can put your efforts towards cold calling, texting, whatever you're doing. But as you start getting more money, you're gonna have less time, right? Because your time is more valuable now. So then you're gonna want to spend money to buy your time back and just really do what's making you the most money. So for me, closing deals is what's making me the most amount of money. So I just want to sit in my office, receive really hot leads, manage those, and close those. That's the only thing I want to do. I just fired a month ago a follow up specialist, and I'm working on getting a new one right now. And we see while I'm talking to you guys, a new lead came in. So this lead is going to go ahead and get nurtured in my system automatically and book an appointment with me, and then we're going to talk. So,
What type
and
of
I do
process like you run through again? I know you said it, but like my computer's really laggy. So sorry if I talk over you. It's just
no,
lagging
no,
real.
you're good.
But
You're good.
what like process do you use for your lead like income?
So we do PPL and PPC. So we
Mm-hmm.
buy leads and we also generate our own. And as they come in, let's say they fill out forms or whatever have you, they come in, and my system is gonna go ahead and text them and email them.
Yeah.
First one's like 12 hours, and then 6 hours, and 3, and then 1. So the minute they come in, they get a text, a welcome, and to make sure to book a call to speak to me, right,
Okay.
about the process of selling your home. From here, my follow-up specialist would go ahead and get on here, collect all the data, get all the notes for me, and then get everything ready for me. I would come in and I would introduce myself as a higher up in the company, and we would go ahead and talk more about the price, motivation, timeline, and the condition. And we would go on, and I'll collect more data. I'll build rapport with them because my follow-up specialist didn't do anything like that. They're just following up, right?
Yeah.
And then I schedule another like a phone call with them to speak to them about the pricing, and then we go on from there. If they're not ready to close on a decision to be made just yet, then I don't even do that.
Offer the
I
price.
go ahead
Yeah.
and follow up. I
Yep.
throw them back to my assistant that's gonna follow up with them until they're ready, and then they come to me again,
Yeah. Okay.
right? So that's
wait to get
mainly
to
it.
that point.
And then
I can't wait to get to
what'd you
that
say?
point. So I can't wait to get to the point.
Yeah, bro.
But this is taking forever. I've been doing it for a couple months, and it's like I didn't know we could get sued. So I'm like,
Couple
oh
months
crap.
is nothing.
No, it's
No,
not. I've
don't worry
been
about
like,
getting sued. Don't be scared.
6 months. 6 months now, but I've been knowing about
Okay.
it for like 3 years. But it was like off and on, off and on, off and on.
Yeah.
So just now taking it like
You just
serious.
gotta be super consistent.
Yep, I moved out my
Every
apartment,
time.
saving money, and just focus on this, and moved into
Yeah.
my dad's apartment and just started attacking it.
Nice.
Yeah.
See, every time you fall off, so let's say if you've been doing it for a month and then you stop, don't say that, oh, I've been doing it for a month. No. You just started all over now. And then if you start all over, then say it's from there, you know? So I didn't like start and then stop and then start and stop. No, I went all in for 7 months straight to get my first deal. I can help you guys get to that point in a lot sooner. Because you don't have to go through all the mistakes I went through.
Where I haven't fell off. You know what I mean? Like how you said, don't say, oh, you fell off and then you went back, because that's like starting over. I did that for like 2 years. And then 2024 is when it was like 6 months of this. And now going on this month or this year, 7 now. Where you were at for your first one. So hopefully that's
exactly. So keep going. Everything is compounding, and make sure that you allow it to compound. So one thing I did was that I would record every sales call I made, and I would also journal during my entire day. So I'd call like crazy, like nonstop, like it's clockwork. And every phone call that I made was recorded. And I would make notes. Okay, I messed up here. I messed up here. I messed up here. I messed up here. Oh, I started here. Then this person hung up. Mark this phone call. After I'm done working.
Over here. Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
Nice. So at the end of the day, I go eat some food. I work out to make my mind straight. I'm not going crazy. And then I go back and I review everything to a T. And then I had Pace Morby's mentorship. I had Jacob Blanks at the time, and I would just review things on there, and I would watch like live closing calls to just like get myself listening to these things. You know, but if you really just stick to my
headphones in and listen to closing calls, Zach Gain. I watch your TikToks. Like I work for 8 hours. That's all I do. I even get on the computer on the weekends. I purposely got hours on the weekends so I could spend my weekdays on this. So now I have switched that around. But when I'm there, I get on the computer. I just got to write up because I try to be on the computer. I get zoned out. I can't get up. I got to so.
Yeah, no, that's good. That's good. You're focused. That's what it needs. Like that's what you need. You need to be laser focused, and you will get a deal. I promise you that, bro.
Yeah.
But whatever you do with that money that you get to deal with, that's what's gonna really like make you or break you. Most people
I'm putting it in your hands.
Stuff.
I'm coming to you on what to do, what's next, all of it. Every I don't want nothing from it. I don't want to do nothing, but not even buy a nice dinner. I want to put it right back. That's what I want
That's
to
what's
do.
up. That's what's up. That's exactly what I did. I'll give you like, all the steps that you can take towards if you wanted to build out cold calling or
Yeah.
text or whatever you wanted to possibly do. I'll show you exactly what it takes to systemize everything, and then
Okay.
we can record everything. That'd be awesome.
Yep.
And also take that to heart when I told you about the estate sales. The estate sales is like one of the
Yeah, I was
top
just
best
gonna ask.
ways to
East State sale.
yeah.
It's okay.
Also, when I first started in Jersey, I was doing nationwide at first. And I never ever did a deal in Jersey because everyone talks crap about Jersey. So when I first like wanted to do a deal in Jersey, because investors started bullying me into doing deals here because I started going out to networking events and everyone was like doing deals in like Texas and Colorado everywhere. Why not here? I want deals here. Sell me stuff here and we'll do stuff together. So they bullied me into it, and I had to get a deal quick. So I started going door to door in 55 and up neighborhoods, and I got my first deal in 2 weeks from doing that. I
So
would
it is
go through the
the wholesale in them communities. I didn't know that. I had two of them in that community, but when I talked to some people, it was like, "Oh, you shouldn't be wholesaling, and them investors don't buy and that type of stuff." And I like that was about a year ago, and I was now it got me mad because I didn't know, what you just
bro.
said.
So here's the thing: um, when people are wholesaling like nationwide, you need to stick to a niche, or you're gonna get
Mhm.
destroyed, right? Like there's wholesalers that come from like Louisiana trying to wholesale on the Jersey Shore. They don't know that like half of these places are gonna be vacant because it's winter, and people from the Hamptons own these places in cash as their vacation rentals or vacation homes. Like they don't know that. They think that it's vacant, and they're wasting a bunch of time, and they're not about to get a wholesale deal on that. So you need to really know your market, and when you're doing like um, nationwide, you need to go really broad. You need to go in like really crappy markets that it's super easy to wholesale in. But if you're gonna go like super niche down, then you need to know what you're talking about. And when these people are going nationwide and then they get a property in a really, really like niche down area, they're not able to sell it. And then they give advice from that. Right. So I know a few different Jewish investors that buy off of me. Um, they'll go ahead and flip properties in those 55 and up neighborhoods all day long. Why? Because there's a lot less competition and the HOAs are strict, right? So unless you have someone that's experienced, nobody's going to close on that deal.
Okay.
You get what I'm trying to say?
Yep.
Because there's so many different rules. Oh, you can't put a dumpster in the your driveway for this much amount of time, and then you can't fix and flip the property in there unless you own another property. Some HOAs have that kind of rule. Oh, you can't even purchase if you're not 55 and up. There's so many different rules. But if there is an
Sell it
active fix and flipper in the area,
We can still wholesale it
well,
though, right? Even though if we don't fit none of the criteria.
yeah,
Right.
you just need your end buyer to be fitting in that area.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
So that one lady, I door knocked a ton of properties, and one lady reached back out to me saying that she knows someone else that might want to sell because their mother passed away, and I got that first deal that way out
Okay.
there. So there's just so many case scenarios. You just really have to outwork everybody. When in the beginning, you're just gonna have to outwork everyone, period. Or you're gonna have to spend money to outwork everyone. So buying labor, right? So also like anyone that's starting that has low capital, estate sales all the way. Also calling agents that do top like calling agents that do like top amount of business in the area and being boys with them, right? Take them out, go golf with them, go do whatever with them, and make a really solid relationship, and let them know that you are partners um, with a fix and flipper, and you can go ahead and put up the cash, and you can go ahead and purchase these ran down deals all day, every day. And if you don't partner with me then you'll be able to get rid of it because you have 30, like whatever, you have a ton of buyers available. If you want, you can say that you have access to all the top buyers in the area for cash. If you and your partner are not able to close on it. So tell him or her that no matter what happens, as long as we go under contract, we will close. Period. Period. That's it. That's all they care about. All the realtors care about is if you can go ahead and do what you say. As long as you can do
Okay.
that, you're off to the
So
races.
tell them I have.
You know,
How do you make an offer on a property that, like, I know how to make an offer, but I've dealt with realtors and they do not like wholesalers.
not at all.
So
Because a lot of wholesalers make them look stupid,
yeah.
right?
Okay.
Think of it this way. Remember how I said put yourself in the other person's shoes? Put yourself in the realtor's shoes. Imagine you have a real estate license and you have to abide by the real estate code of ethics, right? And
Yeah.
then you have NAR breathing down your neck for every little move you make. And imagine now you went under contract for the buyer that you're representing. You're not representing, the seller that you're representing. You're not
Yeah.
representing the buyer. And now all your interest is best due to your seller, right? Now imagine I'm the wholesaler you went into contract with, you're the agent, and let's say I told you, yeah, I'm gonna be able to close, and I just don't close because I wasn't able to wholesale your deal. How shitty are you
Yeah.
gonna have to look when you have to go back to your seller and tell them, oh, I know this is crazy, but we're gonna have to extend the contract for another 3 months because we just got into a really bad situation with the wholesaler. He wasn't able to close. They're gonna be like, why'd you go with the wholesaler? Why didn't you find the buyer? That's what we hired you for. You see?
Okay.
And,
Yeah.
and now they look stupid. Now the property's on market for 60 days. All the other buyers think that this property has problems.
With in buyer. Tell them just to partner with the in buyer.
No. You don't say that I'm partners with end buyer. You just say you're partners.
Oh,
You just say you have a
okay.
partner. That's it. Yeah,
Okay.
just say me and my partner, we would love to close on this property. We have the
So
funds to do
how do
so.
I go about? How does the contracts work like that? Like I have the contract to send, but would they sign mine or would I sign theirs? Like I'm guessing that
You'd have
theirs
to
is not a
sign
sign.
theirs. So you would have to sign theirs for on-market properties. They're not really going to want to sign yours because, like, why? Why would they want to sign yours when they have their own that protects their seller? Worst comes to worst, as long as you get a really nice deal. If you have a really nice deal, you'll tailor everything. The rest is easy to worry about. You come to me and I'll show you everything to do. You'll get a buyer and you let them know, hey, it's on market. Can you just pay me my assignment fee on the side? Like no one's gonna say no. Like if you came to me today, and said, oh, yo, bro, I got a property. You can make 100 grand spread on it. It doesn't need much work. It probably needs 60 grand worth of work. You'll be in and out within a month and have it on market, and you can make a crazy return on your investment. I don't care. Like I'm gonna run the comps. If it's a crazy deal, I'm gonna be like, what's going on, bro? Give me that contract. Oh, it's with an agent. There's no assignable rights to it. It's okay. Let me close on it. I'm just gonna partner with you. I'm gonna close on it, and I'll take it on into my name. What do you want for an assignment fee? Tell me 20 grand.
Yeah.
Tell me.
20 grand.
No, bro. I don't think I could do 20 grand. I'll give you 10 grand. Does that work?
Yeah. That works.
All right. Sounds good. Let me close on this thing, and at closing, I'll shoot you over 10 grand. We can make an agreement right now between me and you.
So me and that in buyer would make an agreement that they send me 10 grand or they just abide by their word. Okay.
No. You go ahead and get this under agreement. Right?
So how would I do you have agreements like that are like done like that?
Bro, any agreement like that, it's super, super simple. My agreements are like basic as far as like any sort of agreements go like that. You can just make it up. Even you could put it on a piece of paper and hand it in the title. Doesn't matter. Right? You just need both of your signatures on it, and you need to put down on whatever you guys are agreeing towards. That's it. You can find templates all over Google. What?
You also give that to the title company, or is that just between you two?
No, no,
Okay.
you give it to the title company. Yeah.
Okay.
And if you trust the person, you could even just go by their word. I don't really
Okay.
recommend that, but
Yeah. No. Yeah. Okay.
yeah.
I have 3 deals
But you
right
know,
now
if you've done,
that are
I have
really.
buyers that are. What were you saying?
I have 3 deals right now in Podio that are gonna come towards me, and they're really good deals. So I have them, and I think I'll be able to close at least like 1 or 2 of them. I've been keeping up with them for months. They're super cool, and I don't think it's
Nice.
gonna go nowhere. So that's a good start. But go ahead.
Let's talk on Thursday for it. And even if one of your deals don't pan out, I'll give you a deal to sell, and we could JV on it just so you can make some money.
Okay.
How's that sound?
I would have to JV, so find the end buyer. How
Yeah, we'll JV on it. Yeah,
okay.
you can help me find one of my buyers for a deal, and then we can make some money. Like, let's say if you fail at, like, continue doing what you're doing, and let's say if you're really struggling, we could partner up on something. That way you make some money. Like, I see you're hustling like crazy. If there's any way that I can help you out to get you to get some more money, so where you can start buying some leads or something like that, and
Yeah.
start working on closing, that'd be awesome. I'd love to help you out, bro. You're hustling.
Yeah, that sounds great.
So
I won't deny it. Yeah.
yeah, just do whatever you can do in your power to keep it going, and just go all out at whatever you're doing. Just do not hesitate, and don't like let your foot off the gas. Just keep it going.
As soon as I get off of here, I'm gonna go to
Yeah,
estate sales. Probably do Omaha, Pennsylvania, all the ones in the different little markets around there. And then I
yeah,
still have to go to the gym. It'll be pretty, but I'm gonna hit it before I go.
heck
Yeah.
yeah, heck yeah. Okay, sounds good. Sounds good. Also, I mean, do you have any questions?
No, really, you answered everything
This
within.
is the first time I just hearing the conversation, so I'm going to start. I didn't even start yet.
Okay, I got you. So go on the courses. Let me know how I can make them better. I'm gonna
Uh,
make videos for them explaining them a little bit better too.
oh,
Um,
okay.
and as you make a post, introduce yourself in the community. The biggest thing
Mm-hmm.
you can do is network with everyone, because everyone's
Oh,
doing the same thing right now, right?
mm-hmm.
Some people in there are real estate agents. You can network with them. Some people work
Mm-hmm.
with me in there. Some people have rental properties. Some people do fix and flips. So just
Mm-hmm.
network with everyone and introduce yourself. The more likes you get, you're going to be able to level up to the next one. And I have
Oh,
a rental course that I just made.
mm-hmm.
So you'll be able to take a look at that. And I will
Oh,
keep making more and more courses.
mm-hmm.
Everything I know, I will give you guys as far as knowledge goes. And anything you guys have questions with, like anything, come on this live and ask me, or even make posts.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Okay.
if you guys have any new achievements, put it in the community. Make a post. Let everybody know. Brag. You know.
Okay.
Um, and let me know however I can help. If you don't like something that I'm doing, also let me know. Let me know how I can be better to help you guys grow. Because if I'm doing all the stuff in the world, but you guys don't have any progress, then I'm doing something wrong. I need to fix it. I want to see everybody win. So let me know however I can help.
Okay.
Awesome. And thank you so much for hopping back onto the Zoom call for both of you guys. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I hope that you guys learned something.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Thanks.
Of course. Have a
Good
great
night.
night, guys.
You too.
Have a good one.